Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Congressman Dan Newhouse is pulling together a task force on the fentanyl crisis, and it includes some local figures in law enforcement and intervention. Former Chelan County PUD Commissioner Ann Congdon has been honored with the Life Member Award from the Northwest Public Power Association for her years of contribution to public power. Warm with scattered thunderstorms through the rest of the week, then sunny and even warmer this holiday weekend. A Moses Lake teenager drowned in the fast-flowing Cle Elum River on Saturday despite wearing a flotation device. 17-year-old Christian Galvez has been identified as the young man killed when he and a group of friends launched a makeshift raft of connected inner tubes near the Salmon Lasac campground. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office says the raft upended within minutes and Galvez was pinned beneath a submerged log. His body was recovered 2 hours later. Another teen in the group of 7 suffered an ankle injury. The Sheriff's Office warned that Washington rivers continue to run high and fast and pose a danger even to experienced users. A GoFundMe has been started to aid Galvez's family with funeral costs. Vandals ripped a banner advertising the upcoming Wenatchee Pride Festival in half for the second time in a week. Organized discovered the damage Tuesday. The banner was planted on the Memorial Park grounds, the site of the upcoming festival, slated for June 3rd. The festival is still a go with live music acts, food vendors, speakers, and more starting at 11 a.m. that Saturday. The event managers say they won't be daunted and ask the Wenatchee community to continue to support its LGBTQ members. The banner was quickly mended and put back in place today. Congressman Dan Newhouse is pulling together a task force on the fentanyl crisis that includes some local figures in law enforcement and intervention. Sergeant Chris Foreman with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office is one member of the task force whose creation was announced today. Foreman previously headed the Columbia River Drug Task Force and is currently president of the Washington State Narcotics Investigators Association. He'll be joined by Anna Johnson, program manager for Chelan County's Behavioral Health Unit, which steps in to help individuals in crisis. Chief Kevin Fuhr of the Moses Lake Police Department will also have a seat at the table alongside 17 other members from around the 4th Congressional District. The Eastmont School District is shifting some of its administrators and inviting some new ones into the district. Former Leavenworth School Administrator Aliyah Allah Alima Daly will assume the role of Eastmont Junior High School principal. He was previously the principal at Cascade High School and left the Leavenworth District last year to take a post in the Olympia School District. Katie Tucker, now the assistant principal of Sterling Junior High, will become the district's director of special education. The new principal of Cascade Elementary School of Cascade Elementary is Trevor Summers, who previously served similar roles in Warden and Arlington. He'll replace Cascade Principal Kim Browning, who's been selected as the Executive Director of Learning and Teaching for the Eastmont District. When we come back following a renovation, we will show you what Lincoln Park now looks like. A team working to preserve a rare native plant in the Camas Meadows Natural Area won recognition this week from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And former Chelan County PUD Commissioner Ann Congdon has been honored with the Life Member Award from the Northwest Public Power Association for her years of contribution to public power. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. The $3.7 million renovation of Wenatchee's Lincoln Park is almost complete, with a splash pad yet to be built while the city awaits the proper permits. The 22-acre park has been in the city's portfolio since 1958, and its aging facilities needed an update. At the official reopening on Tuesday, the city unveiled new elements, including a soccer and lacrosse field, improved restrooms, pump track, a stage, and new play equipment.
I'm really thankful that finally we got this project done. Lincoln Park, everybody was anxious to play, to get on it, to start riding and playing around. I'm really happy and thanking all the entities that helped put in to fund this program and get this park going. It's a pleasure, it's an honor, and I feel privileged representing this district, this park right here where you're standing.
A team working to preserve a rare native plant in the Camas Meadows Natural Area won recognition this week from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The Wenatchee Mountains checker mallow is an endangered wildflower that grows only in Chelan County. The Checker Mallow Working Group is a coalition of local plant scientists and volunteers that monitors the health of the species. The 10-member team was named one of Fish and Wildlife's Recovery Champions, an award that honors protection and recovery efforts for wild plants and animal species. The team includes Susan Ballinger of the Chelan Douglas Land Trust, Brad and Kathy Schmidt of Mountain Home Lodge, and researchers from the University of Washington, DNR, and other agencies. Last year, an assessment of the checker mallow found about 38,000 individual specimens growing in the Wenatchee Valley. Former Chelan County PUD Commissioner Ann Congdon has been honored with the Life Member Award from the Northwest Public Power Association for her years of contribution to public power. The award was given during the NPPA conference last week in Anchorage, Alaska. Congdon helped the PUD retire millions of dollars in debt and craft a series of strategic plans for its future. She completed her final term last year after 18 years on the PUD's Board of Commissioners. At the same ceremony, Grant County PUD Chief Resource Officer and former General Manager Kevin Nort received a Distinguished Service Award for his work in advancing the interests of public power. When we come back, packed Wenatchee School Board conference room heard from nearly 30 speakers about the importance of inclusive literature at last night's meeting. Temperatures will continue to warm up this week with highs in the low to mid 80s by this weekend. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us. In tonight's feature story, a packed Wenatchee School Board conference room heard from nearly 30 speakers about the importance of inclusive literature at last night's meeting. The speakers, who ranged from parents to educators to former students, were prompted to speak after two people circulated a post on social media calling for parents to attend the meeting to fight against explicit books in district libraries. All public comments at the meeting were made in support of inclusive literature, specifically pertaining to LGBTQ+ themes, and the pair that began the campaign to fight against books decided not to speak at the meeting but were in attendance. They also declined to be filmed for an interview and asked not to be named by NCWLIFE News. Here's what some of the speakers had to say.
I'm here today in response to the recent call to action posted on social media channels via a document titled "Stop the Indoctrination of Our Children." I am here to tell you that I am very much in favor of having a library catalog and further a school system that is inclusive to all children.
Young adult literature discussing LGBTQ+ topics is not explicit simply because it upsets, confuses, or does not align with an individual's personal value system. Book banning never, ever goes well.
A parent who is afraid of a book is afraid of their ideas and the value of their ideas. If you are secure in your ideas, you will talk to your children about the views that they are experiencing in school and in books. It really takes a lot of cowardice to want books to be banned from the schools.
I am certain I would not be alive if I didn't transition. Queer books save queer kids, they don't make straight kids gay.
But I want to say that I heavily support schools, education, libraries being inclusive and reflective of our community in its entirety. I want books with gay topics, books with disabled heroines, books with narratives about different cultures, communities, books about World War I, horses, baseball. I want it all. I want it in the library.
For me, I'm a lesbian. I've been married 16 years now. I didn't have the resources here. Like, there was no books. There was no one to talk to. And I am the statistic that these people talk about, because I spent the majority of my life wanting to die. And I didn't have even the language. No one taught me that. And when I saw this, it was shocking to me, because we have lived outside of the school district and we came back. That's how good the school district is. I have children that are not white, and I just have felt they have been so affirmed here and so supported. And I rave about the school district. And I am begging you to let my child that remains feel and be represented. And this happens by books. And I just wonder how my life would have been different sometimes if I had access to that.
All right, time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Wednesday was a good one. Let's head up to Lake Wenatchee, and boy, it looked very ominous out there today. There was rain shower activity around Lake Chelan, also up towards Twisp. Heavy rain along I-90 between Moses Lake and Ritzville and over into Sprague. But still, all in all, not a bad day to be at Lake Chelan. Temperatures very comfortable today, 75. Unofficially here at Pangborn Airport in East Wenatchee. 74 is our normal high temperature for this time of year, so right where we should be. 90 our record high, and that was set in 2001. Low temperature this morning, 54 degrees. 51 is our normal low, and 35 our record cold, and that was in 1975. Sunrise 5:14. Lots of light now. Our sunset at 8:42. Let's take a peek at what we can expect as we get you into Thursday, and things are slowly warming up. We've been seeing that trend all week long. Tomorrow will be a very nice day. I don't think thunderstorm activity will be in our future tomorrow. 80 in Moses Lake, 81 for Ephrata, 81 in Quincy. We will see 80 degrees in Wenatchee tomorrow, so we will warm up about 4 degrees tomorrow. Then a lot of 70s from Kashmir into Leavenworth, Wenatchee tomorrow at 74 degrees. Taking a look at tonight, what we can expect. High pressure. Let's take a look at the big picture first. High pressure here, that's going to bring us the nice weather over the next couple of days. There will be just an area of low pressure that'll move in as well. That'll bring us shower activity Friday, and then more high pressure right behind that, which would make for a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. We'll have more on that in a second. Tonight, mostly clear skies. There's the edge of that first high pressure area. Mild temperatures overnight tonight with lows in those middle 50s, so a lot like we saw this morning. Getting into Thursday then, we mentioned it's going to be a nice one. Mostly sunny skies all the way up and down the west coast. Tomorrow, warmer too, with highs generally in our viewing area right around that 80-degree mark. As we get you into Friday, it's going to be a beautiful end to our week, except some afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Mostly sunny before that, highs again around 80. But there's just that strip of shower activity for Friday, so not a great chance for thunderstorms, but by all means, keep your eye on the sky. And then our Memorial Day weekend looks great. Mostly sunny on Saturday and warm. We will get into the low 80s, maybe even some low to mid 80s in many locations. And that's right here in central, southeast, and eastern Washington. Not much change for Sunday. I'm not going to change anything on this loop. High pressure once again nudging into our area. It should be beautiful for Sunday. And then your Memorial Day, boy, I hope you have it off. It's going to be a beauty. Sunny skies, nice out there with high temperatures in the low 80s. That all over eastern Washington. Great travel weather, even to the west side. Not much rain in the forecast. And then by the end of our forecast on Tuesday, sunny skies, maybe a little bit breezy at times on Tuesday. But heck, still mild with high temperatures in those low 80s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, 54 degrees, a break from the thunderstorm activity. For tomorrow, we will see mostly sunny skies and 80. Just a slight chance for an afternoon or evening thunderstorm on Friday at 81. And then as we get into our holiday weekend, things look very nice. Mostly sunny to sunny skies. It looks right now that Saturday will be our warmest day at 83, and then low 80s for Sunday, Monday, and for Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
The Mariners hit 2 home runs and came from behind to beat Oakland 3-2 last night at T-Mobile Park. The A's scored early against Marco Gonzalez, but J.P. Crawford and Ty France went deep to help put Seattle over the top and win their second straight.
League leading 25th for Ruiz, and there's a shot into right field. Ruiz going to be waved home. The throw by Hernandez. The play at the plate. And Ruiz is in safely, 1-0 Oakland. Laureano drives in Ruiz and picks up his 11th RBI. It did 2015. That was when he was with the Angels. Deep short, and it's going to get through, and the A's lead it 2-0.
The 1-0 to Crawford. Crawford out to right field. Teed back deep and gone. How about this guy, J.P. Crawford? Some pole power, and this game is all tied.
It was J.P. Crawford who had the hardest hit ball of his career last night. It was a single last night in the 4th inning, 110 miles per hour. This one, 104.
1-2 on France. France! He belts it deep. Ty France pulls this bomb, and he knocked out the lights in the scoreboard. Back-to-back jacks, and the Mariners have taken the lead.
Hand that man the trident. I think Medina just tried to sneak that slider by him one too many times. He threw 3 straight sliders, went back to the fastball, then tried to come back to back sliders, and Ty France broke the scoreboard out in left field.
Sewell trying to finish him off and end the game. And he does!
Gonzalez improved to 4-1 with a win. Manager Scott Service credited him for his pitching and also touched on a late inning injury to Ty France when he was hit by a pitch.
Good job, obviously, by our bullpen tonight, 9 up, 9 down. Just enough offense, a couple big homers. Nice win. We're used to playing in a lot of those games. This year, a lot of those haven't gone our way, but we got it done tonight. Really good pitching. Obviously, Marco, I don't really think they hit the ball that hard against him, but obviously give up a couple there in the first inning and then settled in, and you look up and he gives you a quality start, which is exactly what we needed. And again, can't say enough about the guys at the bullpen tonight. 9 up, 9 down. Really sharp. It was great to see, and we needed it tonight. Their starter, Medina, had good stuff. I mean, we knew coming in, he's a young pitcher. He's got really good fastball. He's got quality secondary pitches. Knew it wasn't going to be a big, high-scoring night, but J.P. Crawford, our home run hitter, stepped up and got a big one for us, and then Ty followed it up. So initial reports on Ty are it is not fractured. Obviously, it's a contusion right there in the left wrist where he got smoked by the fastball from May, and he's going to be sore. We'll have to wait and see really day to day. Probably wouldn't expect him to be able to go tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll just have to wait and see.
Seattle goes for the sweep tonight, 6:40. That game broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Texas got back to the winning track in a 6-1 win over Pittsburgh as Nathan Eovaldi pitched a complete game 6-hitter. Joey Weimer and Owen Miller each homered to lead Milwaukee over Houston 6-zip. Griffin Canning and 2 relievers combined on a 2-hit shutout in Los Angeles' 2-0 win over Boston. Mike Trout, Mickey Moniak, and Matt Tice went deep for the Angels. Texas remains 2 games in front of Houston in the American League West. The Angels are 4 games back, while Seattle sits in 4th place, 6 games behind. Well, believe it or not, we're just 9 days away from another season of Apple Sox baseball. Wenatchee's summer collegiate baseball team will begin the 2023 season on the road in Bend June 2nd. Broadcast voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman, joined us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley and says Mitch Darlington has done a great job recruiting players so far this season.
He's done a phenomenal job. You always expect a coach from their first year to their second year to improve. Mitch has gone leaps and bounds, and granted, we haven't taken the field yet. And that's what he would say is let's wait till we get at least the season under us. But, just right off the bat, 4 of the top 10 prospects in the state of Washington who are graduating this spring, these are in-state players. 4 of them are going to play for the Apple Sox. He's done a great job of getting that in-state talent and keeping it here. So we benefited a lot, and Mitch would say it as well. We benefit a lot from a rule change with the West Coast League this year, where in previous years you can only have 2 incoming freshmen on your summer roster. This year they've moved that number from 2 to 6. We have some really talented kids coming right out of high school who are going to be playing for the Apple Sox here this summer.
Fans will recognize many names on the roster this summer, including a fan favorite from Brewster, Connor Ashworth.
His first outing with us last year was the second home game of the season. He comes on, it's the seventh inning of the game, tied up at the time, comes on, gives up a weak ground out to start it, then strikes out the next 8 hitters in a row.
I remember.
A perfect 9 up, 9 down, 3 perfect innings of relief, 8 consecutive strikeouts. I've never seen anything like that in relief, and he was just so impressive. Dealt with some injuries last year, fought back, though, to be with the team late in the season, and he started game 1 of the postseason against Kamloops. I mean, Dan, I can't describe how much adversity the Apple Sox are facing that day. Bus was a little late getting up, no batting practice.
I remember that, yes.
Raucous crowd at Kamloops. I can't understand. Great fans up there. They were so into it. Their first ever playoff game. Connor takes a no-hitter into the 6th. The Apple Sox win 10-1. I mean, that guy was just born for the big stage, and he loves being part of the Apple Sox.
Wenatchee's home opener is June 6th against Springfield. It's one of the 6 games we'll broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel. Go to applesox.com for more information and to buy tickets. Well, 12 golfers from North Central Washington made the cut at state golf tournaments on Tuesday and will play on day 2 today. Eastmont's Cal Anderson carded a first-round 73 at the state 4A tournament at Qualshon in Spokane. That was good enough to tie for 8th. Wenatchee's Jackson Bishop tied for 25th with a 76 to make it through the second day. Eastmont's Andy Hobson also able to make the cut with a first-round 79. Wenatchee's Andrew Pope, Moses Lake's Mason Bradford, and Quentin Whittle, and Eastmont's Lucas Bapt and Noah Whittle had their season come to an end. Well, the cut line for the 4A girls tournament at Indian Canyon was 92. That was just 3 shots lower than Eastmont's Kendall Reeser. The Wildcats' Lily Weigel, Chloe Roberts, Mia Haug, and Lainey Schmoltzler also did not make the cut, nor did Moses Lake's Addison Neiswanger. Well, 3 Ephrata Tigers made it to the second day of the state 2A boys tournament to Liberty Lake. Kenji Pickerel shot a first-round 77 to tie for 17th. Carter Burns and Max Hewitt each shot 80. Ephrata's Mason Moore, Hunter Ogle, and Tristan McNeil did not quite make the cut. Ephrata's Jamie Dwight is tied for 8th after a first-round 80 at Meadowood Tuesday. Rain Castillo and Stella Baylor did not make it to day 2. The state 1A tournament is at Tumwater Golf Course, and Chelan's Carson Clinton is within striking distance of a championship. Clinton carded a first-round 74, just 1 shot off the pace of the lead heading into day 2. Omak had 4 players not make the cut. Omak's Haley Richter is tied for 5th after the first day 93 at Riverside Golf Club. Her teammate Kinsey Kristoff is also alive on day 2 after tying for 17th yesterday. Chelan's Arabelle Finch, Kira Sandoval, and Omak's Coley Kristoff did not make the cut line of 108. The 1B2B tournament is at Tumwater Golf Club, and Manson's Wyatt Winters is tied for 11th. Orville's Will Moreau also made the cuts with a first-round 88. Kane Booker of Oroville and Okanagan's Darton Wood did not make that cut. And 3 ladies from North Central Washington played in the girls' 1B2B tournament. Oroville's Amelia Moreau and Crystal Nemesio were eliminated, as was Waterville Mansfield's Alexa Garcia. That's a look check at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
Hi, everybody. Dan Kuntz, host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Tomorrow on Thursday, we celebrate the 37th anniversary of Hands Across America. We're not even going to mention it. I just thought I'd throw that out there. But we will have your latest news, your latest sports, including how the area golfers did in day 2 of the state golf championships. We'll let you know how the Mariners did against the Oakland Athletics. Start your day live and local with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be here tomorrow live from Studio 5.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.